Chapter 1064. A few cries of agony could be heard, and Ryder was back at his seat. The bodyguards he had just run around were gripping their wrists in pain and collapsed on the ground. Within just a blink of an eye, Ryder had cut one of each of their hands clean off their wrists. Wesley was dumbstruck. Ryder had been silently scowling the entire time, thus Wesley had not said a single word to him. Wesley thought that Ryder was one of Wilbur's assistants or something. However, it turned out that this guy was powerful and ruthless. Ryder's expression, however, remained unchanged. Someone had threatened the safety of a member of the Department of Paranormal Research and Defense. It was considered an act of mercy that Ryder did not kill them on the spot. Donnie was shocked to her core as well, staring at Ryder in a daze. Vale could hardly believe his eyes. Despite the fact that these bodyguards were not his strongest men, they were at least at the aura level. How could all of them have gotten a hand cut off with just one move? Vale's expression turned into something much uglier now. Wilbur spoke up then. So you admitted too, Mr. Yoma, that it was you who took the Miller's company from them, which led to Wesley's parents' deaths. Well, I'm sure the compensation I raised won't be much of a problem now, will it? Vale was overwhelmed with terror and could not get a single word out. Just then, however, the other people in the room realized what had just happened and let out cries of terror. Chansey and Lauren scrambled to console Hugh and Jan at once, rushing over with a troop of bodyguards to surround the VIP table. What just happened? Lauren asked, staring around in shock. Vale heaved a sigh of relief at the sight of backup, pointing a finger at Wilbur. This is the man Wesley Miller came with, and he's trying to start trouble. Chansey looked at the bodyguards on the ground and the pool of blood around them with a frown. Young man, we can talk about whatever you want somewhere else. Don't cause a scene here. He attacked me first. This isn't my fault, Wilbur said, taking another casual drag of his cigarette. Lauren gave it some thought before saying, there are government officials here today. You're in some pretty big trouble for attacking all these people. Surely that's considered pretty light in comparison to you abusing your power to take from the weak and drive them to death, right? Wilbur retorted. Lauren's face paled at the retaliation. In the past few months, the three of them had usurped a good deal of smaller businesses and corporations under the guise of restructuring the market. Wesley was not the only victim of this. To these bloodsuckers, the business industry was akin to a battlefield where there was nothing wrong with using your power at all costs to get what you wanted. Causing a scene on a day like this, however, was unforgivable regardless of the reason. Take them away and keep an eye on them, Lauren shouted, putting up a tough front as he saw Wilbur's obstinate attitude. Vale, Chansey, and Lauren still felt it was best that Wilbur and the others were taken away from the scene. After all, it was an important day that must not be disrupted. They would just deal with Wilbur for the assault after this was all over and make him truly regret his actions. The three men had a dozen bodyguards with them, one of whom was at the ambience level. There was no way they could not take these bastards down. The bodyguards charged forward, and one short, stout man even surged with a wave of spiritual pressure. Wilbur merely smiled, casting a consoling glance at Wesley. Someone got up again, aiming a few flying kicks at the nearest few bodyguards before pouncing on the short and stout man.